I dream a world where man no other man will scorn, where love will bless the earth and peace its paths adorn. I dream a world where all will know sweet freedom's way, where greed no longer saps the soul, nor avarice blights our day. A world I dream where black or white, whatever race may be, will share the bounties of the earth, and every man is free. Where wretchedness will hang its head, and joy like a pearl attends the needs of all mankind. Of such I dream, our world.
I have often wondered about the connection between Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech and some of the works and words of Langston Hughes.
A historian's work on the link between Martin Luther King Jr.'s work and the work of Langston Hughes helped unearth a major find.
I think Dr. Jason Miller's work is essential in discovering those connections.
So these two great men, this poet Langston Hughes, who we usually associate with the 1920s Harlem Renaissance, was actually just as important to the civil rights movement. That's a story that has not been told. And Dr. King's dream, when we think about it linked to the Bible and prophecy, we've missed this element of poetry that's so central to it.
So we certainly can't claim any ownership or single authorship of dreaming, but I think that some of the ways that Langston Hughes had written about his dreams for an America to be America again, that Dr. King riffed off of that using a nice jazz phrase and was able to turn that into his own iconic statement.
The world now demands a maturity of America that we may not be able to achieve. It demands that we admit that we have been wrong from the beginning of our adventure in Vietnam.
Dr. King, towards the end of his life, had moved away from purely civil rights work, and he got into the issues of poverty and war.
On behalf of the Nobel Committee, to hand over to you the insignia of the Nobel Peace Prize.
King took from the Nobel Prize an increased sense of obligation to speak out in favor of nonviolence, not just on the part of black people or protesters, but nonviolence in the world writ large.
Dr. King was always centered around justice. Wherever it was justice. It has evolved. I feel that it evolved in a way in which he began to talk about our responsibility as citizens.
I speak out against this war, not in anger, but with anxiety and sorrow in my heart, and above all with a passionate desire to see our beloved country stand as the moral example of the world. I speak out against this war because I'm disappointed with America. And there can be no great disappointment where there is no great love.
For King to attack a progressive Democratic president over a popular war brought castigation from the NAACP, from the National Urban League, from other civil rights figures, from Democratic members of Congress, and from the nation's top newspapers.
I remember a story that I heard once where he was confronting Whitney Young. And Whitney says, "Martin, have you lost your mind talking about Vietnam? You know, what are we going to do about our budgets that we're getting from Lyndon Johnson? You know, these are the people who are supporting us, and here you are condemning the war in Vietnam." Martin's reply, I will never forget. He said, "You know, you can violate the terms of your conscience and you might get a grant from Lyndon Johnson, but you will not get into the kingdom of heaven."
So it dramatically reduced Dr. King's public reputation and popularity for him to speak out in the way that he did. And he knew full well that that would happen.
I think that Beyond Vietnam should really be the defining speech of the King's legacy.
Absolutely.
Because I Have a Dream is really, really beautiful poetry, and it's very moving. But for a person to really demonstrate political and moral courage, I think this defines Martin in a way that he would wish to be defined.
I think that Dr. King realized that he was taking a risk, and perhaps that is why Dr. King felt comfortable using words from a known risk taker, Langston Hughes.
In a way, we were agreeing with Langston Hughes, that black bard of Harlem, who had written earlier, "Oh yes, I say it plain, America never was America to me, and yet I swear this oath, America will be."
Why is Let America Be America Again such a powerful poem to use? Langston Hughes boldly was able to discuss ways that America had betrayed its alleged promises.
It never was America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. There's never been equality for me or freedom in this homeland of the free. Say, who are you?
The connection here between these men is one of two intellectuals celebrating what they know of the country they live in and what they expect from it. Both of them do that. Hughes in his poetry and King in his speeches and sermons. Both of them have this notion of the country being something different than it is, and something that either one of them plays a role in pushing the country forward. I think that's the connection between them. That's what they both believe in. That's what they both write about.